the host, guests, and callers. They do not necessarily represent the views of the advertisers, management, staff, or ownership of WCTC.
This is the show where Jersey matters. From politics to entertainment, from social issues to lifestyles, from newsmakers to pop culture. If it's Jersey, it's on Jersey Central with Bert Barron.
What is it about the Garden State that makes it such fertile ground for high and lowbrow entertainment?
On the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey.
It is 8:09, hour number 3 of Jersey Central on a Thursday on the new Talk Radio WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. It is Bert Barron. Good morning to you. A food recall to talk about. We'll tell you about that coming up in just a little bit. But joining me right now on the Raritan Bay Medical Center Jersey Newsmaker Hotline, I want to welcome in author Sam Valenza Jr. Memoir, a book called The Secret Casino at Red Men's Hall, Big-Time Gambling in a Small New Jersey Town. And it's a very interesting story. And Sam joins us this morning here on Jersey Central. Hey, Sam, good morning. It's Bert Barron. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day.
Every day in Jersey is a beautiful day, my friend, right?
Right.
There you go. Well, thanks for the time this morning. The book is really terrific. And this, I guess the first question that I had is about the history of Red Men's Hall, Sam. Was this open as a social club in Mount Holly? Is that what this was at the beginning?
Red Men's Hall is was a meeting place of the Red Men's Association in Mount Holly, and it was the Red Men's Association was the final version of the Sons of Liberty.
Okay.
The guys who threw 237 cases of tea into the Carver in Boston.
Wow.
They're the guys who started the Sons of Liberty. They were disguised as Indians. And as a result, they made this club that caught on in the colonies. It was like the right-wing conservatives in the colonies. All the people that wanted to get rid of the King George, and it spread. And when after the Revolution, they created the Red Men's Association, and that was. They had a meeting at Fort Mifflin in Philadelphia on the Delaware River, and I think it was around 1810, and they nationalized the thing. And by the mid-1800s, there were 1.5 million members across the country.
Wow.
Practically every town and city had a tribe, and these guys met in costume.
Interesting. It sounds like a fun night out. But talk about the Red Men's Hall and what your dad there had started up this gaming operation there.
Dad had a little casino running in a farmhouse out in Hainesport in Burlington County, and it outgrew its surroundings, and they moved it into the Red Men's Hall on Mill Street in Mount Holly. It was right in the middle of the business section of town, and it flourished there for a few years in the early 40s. And I was a young fella and used to get the old gopher who worked in a casino and would supervise my brother and me in sweeping the floors in the morning.
Wow.
With those great big fluffy brooms you push around, you know.
Yes, right.
And any quarters and nickels we found we could keep.
Wow.
So it was a big deal for us.
That's great.
Sweep this casino floor.
Very cool. Now, your dad, a made guy. Was it the Philadelphia mob or was it the Jersey people that he was made by?
He was eventually made by Gene Conn in Chicago.
Chicago, okay.
But his best friend, lifelong friend, was Sam DeCavalcante.
Wow.
From
Okay.
up your way.
Yeah.
Cecilhurst, I think, is where he lived. And they grew up in the Burg in Trenton. They called Little Italy in Trenton. They called it Chambersburg.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
And they grew up there. Sam was a little bit older than Dad, so Dad said he followed him around like a puppy dog when he was a kid.
Uh-huh.
And he was the Imperator for the Godfather Part 2 role. He would go house to house and ask the housewives if the landlord was treating them okay, and if not, he would fix it. Was the rent too high? He would fix that.
Mm-hmm.
And he was an old country godfather.
Everybody needs to know a guy like that, right?
Yeah,
Right.
and the guy was handsome. I'll tell you, he was beautiful.
Wow. Now for
He
you,
looked like Cesar Romero.
wow. All right. So for you, Sam, I mean, you've kind of played it on the up and up. You served in the Marines, and I thank you for your service. You were in the U.S. Naval Academy, and you got a B.A. in math from Rutgers, of all places. Didn't that lifestyle ever appeal to you? Didn't you want to get involved in the stuff that your dad was in?
No, no, I didn't want to be involved in anything he was in, but he affected our life adversely, our lives adversely in so many ways when we were children. Children, I look back on it, I wonder how the hell we survived. I mean, he got on the wrong side of the fence with Paulie Carbo, um, a Lucchese family assassin that worked for Albert Anastasia,
Hmm.
and the guy broke into that casino in Redmen's Hall one night with five other guys with Tommy guns,
Oh no.
robbed the place and took all the money and smashed it in my dad's partner's face with the gun butt and of a Thompson submachine gun,
Holy cow.
and broke his nose and told him this game is over. I run all the games in Burlington County. My name is Carbo, and I was 6 years old. I never forgot that
Yeah.
night. That was an incredible night, and as a result, the little casino there was operating under the nose of the county seat, and that these attorneys would all wink to each other about and go up there one night a week and lose some money. It was a nice conversation piece, but all of a sudden they realized it was dangerous. These guys coming in here with Thompson submachine guns were thugs,
Sure.
and they took little Freddie Fasciano, the gopher. They took him with him, and they killed him. They left him down in the pines with a throat cut and pennies on his eyelids
Oh
in a
man.
place called Ong's Hat.
Wow.
And it still gets me upset to talk about that. He was a sweet little man.
Yeah. I mean,
But I mean, these guys are real killers.
Yeah.
You couldn't mess with these guys. So they stayed open for about 6 or 7 weeks. But in the meantime, Judge Persky, who was the Supreme Court judge in Burlington County at the time, he put a state trooper in undercover, and he came in and gambled there long enough to get
of course.
a grand jury impaneled, and
Wow.
they arrested everybody one
Oh
night
man.
in April.
It's a great read. The book again is called The Secret Casino at Redmen's Hall, Big Time Gambling in a Small New Jersey Town. Sam Valenza is the author. He's with us now for another couple of minutes or so. What would your dad think about this book, Sam, if he had a chance to go through this? What would his reaction be?
When he had his cancer, and he used to come up from Florida and visit with me occasionally when he was getting chemo, he often said, you should write these stories down. He said, because they're extraordinary, and people are going to forget them. I mean, hell, in 1952 they had the gubernatorial race in New Jersey fixed. They had
Wow.
a slush fund at the state house to pay off the legislators
Uh-huh.
to allow gaming down. The Jersey Shore was going to open, like he said, like the old days in Atlantic City.
Right.
And he was setting up all the places that were going to have miniature casinos from Sandy Hook down to Cape May.
Wow. That's great.
Spent a whole summer doing that, and then of course Paul Trost, who was our candidate, didn't get elected.
Hmm.
It turned out he had a friend. He petitioned Tom Dewey in New York, the governor of New York, to release his friend Joey Fay, who was a racketeer who was in jail over there.
Wow.
That killed his campaign, and he lost the governorship.
Yeah.
And all the work. Dad said he labored out over $100,000 that summer
Man. It's
to police officers and city mayors and officials in every town, 45 towns from along the Jersey Shore. It's going to be like the old days in Atlantic City. So.
Yeah. Great read, and you got to check it out. You can read the entire story in the book, The Secret Casino at Redmen's Hall by Sam Valenza, who is our guest now. Sam, where do people get the book? Amazon, online? You go to the bookstore? How do you get a copy of this?
Amazon, Barnes & Noble, And there's any places on the internet, you just Google the title, and you'll find a half dozen booksellers. They're offering it everywhere, anywhere from $17 to $25, $30.
Nice.
So it's readily available. It's also available as an ebook.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. You can just go ahead and download it and take it to the Jersey Shore and settle down and read this great New Jersey story here, Sam, that you've put together, which is really a great story.
Well, thanks. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's people don't remember it. They didn't have the mafia back then. J. Edgar Hoover said, no, there wasn't any mafia.
That's right. Yeah. A different time in our history, that's for sure. Sam, thanks for being with us today, and continued success with the book. And it was great chatting with you today, my friend. All right?
Thanks very much.
All right, my pleasure. You take care. All right, Sam Valenza, my guest on the Raritan Bay